Hello YouTube Infinite Magicraid community. We are going to be switching over to our 108 account, and I want to share with you a little bit of the progress and what my thoughts are on day 3. Now yesterday you guys saw me clear the campaign up to stage 12, and I'll say that man, this is really good value for just $2. Just because I don't have a DPS for green. Oh, it's so tempting. So tempting. I'll think about this just because. Wait, there's another one? Wait, I haven't bought this yet? Oh, man. Okay. I have to think about those packs. Other than trying to get everyone to spend with me. As you know, my code is becoming live. Let's talk about how to progress after you clear the campaign, because a lot of the time after you clear the campaign, there's a lot of things that comes to mind. So you'll get the second week challenge here, and you can see that I have pushed Dormant Ruins to 25 first right away and got my Hezonja. And I think when it comes to, especially if you have an Atkins, pushing 25 on Ifrit is super easy. You can probably do it with a space and Atkins and any DPS. The key thing to note is you're probably going to struggle more with the waves than to sorry, my bad. Dormer Ruin. As you're focusing on this, right? The boss is not an issue. Because you're going to have Atkins if you happen to have Atkins. Or if you have a Mamook, this will also be really easy. So heroes like Mamook, Atkins, combined with Space, where you can get a lot of attribute debuff down onto the enemy, it'll make your life a lot easier. The waves are a little bit tricky. If you can do a quick AoE clear and then quickly tank up the second wave, it makes your life a lot easier. The first wave is actually the more dangerous one because you get detonated a lot, potentially, and losing a hero up front will be really dangerous. But if you can get past the first wave, the second one's a little bit easier. So you can burst the first wave, try to CC or use shields for the second one, and for the boss, just get rid of the ads, slow down the boss, clap away at it little by little, and you'll be fine. 25 really isn't that bad. 26 is actually a big step up, jump in difficulty compared to 26, if I remember. Not sure if that's still the case. We'll find out in the future videos. Definitely you shouldn't be like me and let your faction run to max. I wasn't home today and obviously wasn't paying enough attention, and I can't believe I can't beat this. This is really weird, but it looks like I still can't beat this. So I guess we will still farm 12 for now, and we'll just farm maybe a day worth until we have better options. What I'll say is, when we look at what are the challenges here, I feel like 25 is definitely something you want to do right away. I feel like Hell 1310 is something else you can push. What you do want to think about is it even worth it to try to pursue faction stars or tower stars? Because when reading the instructions, the next round will be immediately available if the quests are all complete, but the total duration of the event remains the same. So if the current round is not complete, the next round will still be available automatically after the duration ends. So when the current round is complete, if the ultimate reward of the previous rounds are unclaimed, they will be given together. However, the other rewards won't be reissued. So please make sure you complete the challenges in time. After all the rounds, the event will enter a 3-day display phase. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'm not sure if it's saying that if you don't get Hezonja in the first week, like you can still get it in the second week. I guess I don't know. Like, for those of you who happen to have finished just a little bit later, see if they give you Hezonja. If you say finished on day 8, or you finished 25th floor on like the second week or something. I'm definitely going to be pushing forward. I hope to get E3 Hezonja this way. I would say try to get at least a set. health 1310 is probably the next easiest thing. What you will notice is in stage 13, the enemy is a lot faster from the wave perspective. Other than that, everything else seems to be about the same. It's just the speed is a little bit more of an issue. Getting 180 stars or 200 stars is a little bit tricky. That's 45 stars on average. That's clearing all floor 15 flawlessly. What that means is you got to make sure you have, if you happen to have a really good hero roster, like, you will find your life is a lot easier. For me, red mark, I managed to clean it up all the way up to the 15th. For blue mark, I can probably go back now and get things cleaned up a little bit. I probably should, while I still can. So I feel like probably the right thing to do when you're clearing early on, because you get a free key, is you really shouldn't miss a star. Missing stars is kind of like wasting your keys and you're just not being efficient, right? Like, I was just being lazy because we have the rate button, and I was like, wait, let me just, get whatever done. But now I have to waste keys to go back in time to just get these things cleared. Now, I feel like 180 might be doable, but 200 gets a little bit tricky. That's why I was tempted to say that, hey, do I want to grab grab Moshi here and see if Moshi potentially will help, because in my hero lineup, I actually don't have a solid DPS. Now, for yellow faction, what I might do is look at Grace, Lysander, and Liz, regress everything, and just fully level 3 of them up and see how far they can take me in the Tower of Mark. I still have regression-wise train, right? So regression-wise, I still have 11 free regressions. So if I plan it right, if I look at this challenge this week, and this, what you're kind of aiming for now, is I know if you manage to get first round done within the first week and unlock the second round, definitely make your life a lot easier, because you won't be having that many free regressions, right? To be able to get 240 stars in Faction Abyss, that's going to be, a heck of a challenge. It's going to be really, really difficult. So, and that's going to take a lot of regression potion up front. So unless, you're whaling and you happen to pull a lot of heroes and you get a lot of those solid heroes that can solo a lot of floors, I will highly avoid these two and maybe push for 180 or 200. So that's what I'm going to do as well. So, and this gives you a really nice set. And if you think about what you're doing through the guild bosses, right? I think guild bosses, you start to collect. Like at floor 2, yes, one you don't. But starting at floor 2, you start to pick up these copper ores. And what you can hopefully do is that in the workshop, you can get the last accuracy set here for the boots. But even just having a 2 set out of that will be really helpful for your team. So like being able to pull up a decent 5-star one from the forge, and then combine with the 3-piece, getting yourself 2 sets. For me, I'm probably going to be building, I'm going to be running a Hezonja and a line. I'm going to put the dragon I'm going to get this week. I want to just do a classic arena just a little bit more. That's probably going to end up with a E1 Adeline, and then we're going to go E3 Hezonja with Space, Atkins, and maybe Lydia for now, or Maya. I haven't decided yet. Maya is going to be replaced by Nordak. Once I get Nordak will probably be the second position here. At some point in the future, we can if we ever get a Santa, this will get replaced. I will build Catherine. Maybe Catherine will replace Atkins, just because early on at exclusive 1, I do feel like Catherine will be able to do a better job than Atkins once we have the higher exclusive. But of course, Atkins E2, E3 not very helpful right now. Just simply, you're not going to fully take advantage of the stats because getting to 200% effective res is not something you can do early on. So Atkins was really helpful. It's like basically a much better version of Whim. And Lydia, we're getting Lydia just because Lydia E2 eventually will show up in your team consistently as we get Santa, Nordak, Lydia forming the base of our PvE core. And then we'll basically rotate out the DPS. So this is kind of how you want to start thinking about progressing. Hezonja and this week getting Adeline is a huge help in terms of the team setup. My thought process is to help push Guild Boss. I feel like Guild Boss damage, especially now that you're not allowed to join a older server, I guess, to take advantage of the higher level Guild Bosses or help, getting to, it's not even the Guild Boss, right? It's taking advantage of like the Guild Arena rewards or the Broken Land rewards from a really strong guild early on until you enter that division. So I guess, this is gonna be really helpful from that perspective. Arena wise, I can't compete. Like even though I'm like what I'm rank 41. Look at some of the top players, right? Like that have farmed a ton already. Looks like they're already all 5-star for many of them. It is absolutely a great idea to be buying a lot of these early on, but I would rather buy it once we have classic arena event coming around very soon. Advanced arena, not doing so hot either. Looking at some of these top players, looks like they definitely gotten a lot more heroes summoned than I do. Like, yeah. So clearly, people are spending on a brand new server, which is great to see, health-wise for the game. But with a small budget of mine that we kind of collectively agreed to, trying to keep it averaging out to about $50 a week, no more. Hopefully, no more than that. Unless you guys feel like, you want to see me be a little bit more competitive, we can definitely use the full allowed amount of budget the devs have given me, which is $100 a week as my maximum budget. We can definitely go up to that if you guys want to see me be a little bit more competitive. But if you're I'm kind of like doing the super low, kind of the low spender approach, where that kind of budget usually is you can probably make one big purchase and then sustain the various pass per month. And I think we can, if we're playing efficiently, we should be able to rank well on the mythic events early on and start building out our mythic heroes. I would take PvP as a secondary priority because grand scheme of things, even if we look at the ranking rewards, right? Season rewards. Like we're talking about a few summons unless we're like at the very top. Like unless you're number 1, but that's spending a lot to get number 1. Like for the most part, we want to just be in the top 100. The rewards are okay, decent there. In the grand scheme of things, we want to really take advantage of Fair Arena. Once Fair Arena comes out, we're not going to be able to get a lot from the PvP events. What's more important is, again, like I mentioned, pushing the guild boss. The guild boss, the daily rewards is, what is going to be really nice. Getting the daily gems, that's going to help sustain you saving up the gems for rerun summons for limited hero whenever they come back. Sorry, for miracle runes for key critical heroes that you want to get on miracle rune summons is where the gems are best used. Or actually early game, I will even consider using your gem for farming and pushing your rank tier on the mythic shard event. Even that is a very good option. So yeah, with that kind of out of the way, this is kind of where the progress of the event, the account is. What you will see me by the time we get next time, you'll probably see me with Tower of Mark. Everything nicely cleaned up a little bit more, I think, actually. Yeah, I think this one I kept it pretty clean. This one I definitely wasted a whole bunch, so I will need to go back and clean this one up a little bit. I'll do green last since I will be there's a lot of stars here I need to clean up. I can probably get get cleaned up to 15 no problem here. So definitely don't waste your keys, because keys come once every 4 hours. So, really take, and, don't be lazy like me. I was just skipping through. If you're not going to get the 3 key on the first clear and you can get it, just retry. I was just short on time. So that's another tip you want to keep in mind as you progress on your account. With that out of the way, what I'll be doing over the next little while is I will probably prioritize these 2. And then I'll finish off this and then swap over to Hezonja probably. Or sorry, I'll swap over to Hezonja before I try campaign, because when I was looking at New Journey Hell here, I had a little bit of DPS challenge on the last wave. The boss was hitting a little bit hard, so yeah, I give it another shot, or probably Hezonja E1 will definitely help. The nice thing is you can just go straight and push for that floor 25, as opposed to clearing all the other content, and you can just get your second Hezonja and go to E1. E1 is a huge upgrade, and you don't have to waste the eye here. You can probably use it on something else, especially if you bought Atkins. E1 Atkins. Don't go to E2. E2 is not going to help you. Or if you have other DPS that are really good, really solid. Like I saw someone with Emercando earlier, really lucky. Emercando, definitely worth it to go up to E3. There are a few other heroes, probably. You can go to my tier list. Some of the best heroes there definitely will benefit a huge damage spike when you go to exclusive 3. Anna, I really need a Feist. So once you see me get a Feist, you will see Anna and Feist. So for 3s in Advanced Arena, you will definitely see me use Anna and Feist and showcase that. I am trying to plan out my 3s team. Probably will have Atkins on one of the team. It'll be an Atkins core. The other one will be a Space Lydia, where Lydia, I'm probably going to regress fully, and I'm just purely using her for skill 1. So I'm stealing the turn from the enemy. Space goes, and I'm going to be able to speed cleave someone. And, probably something like, I don't know, Space, Lydia, Feist, Anna, and Abyssidon or something. And that's going to, I don't even know if I've gotten Abyssidon yet. If I did, I might have accidentally fed it. I have to be very careful here. Have I seen Abyssidon yet? I have not seen Abyssidon, okay? I really want a Mackin, but I have not seen a Mackin yet. So considering this, right? From a wish perspective, you can see I did 441 summons so far. I have not gotten some of the really nice epic heroes yet. I'm just looking at the Nova trial. We do get one of these heroes, so I might pick up. Oh, Yara is also really good, right? Yara has 40% shield with self-turn meter and heals, but we don't need that anymore since we have a lot of other options. But I will probably pick up a Mackin from here, just getting a guaranteed Mackin copy, and then maybe with my remaining ones, I would definitely want to grab this one. I'll probably grab this one. I am really contemplating going to the shop and looking at the value. I don't know if the special pack, if I still have it. Yeah, I would contemplate grabbing maybe this one, or even possibly this one, because the value is really high for the stuff you can get from the shop. So we'll see. This is definitely a shop with a lot of goodies that are worth buying, that are really, really cheap, because you really need a lot of these early game. The Supreme Rooms, not so much, but the scrolls, right? The scrolls, the hero selection chest, these, especially if you haven't gotten a Mackin, I will want to keep a copy of Mackin just so that I have that option. Because Mackin on his own, right, is going to be able to probably clear Faction Abyss for 10 stages right in here, if you do want to push for something like that. Okay, so enough of a day 3 kind of update. I'll catch you guys next time. Gandalf out.